Hi, this is Dr. Sean Wise, co-founder of 100 Steps to Startup. I hope you are enjoying our training on how to find and validate your business idea. As you are aware, validating your business idea is just one of several steps involved in starting and growing a successful business, but it is a crucial one. Over the last 20 years, as an entrepreneur and as an investor, I've seen countless entrepreneurs commit valuable time and resources pursuing an idea that just didn't have enough market demand. Put simply, these founders committed to creating products and services but failed to find enough customers that were able and willing to pay for their solutions. This is exactly why we decided to share this training with you, so you can test your idea before investing significant amounts of time and money. By validating your idea upfront, your chances of building a successful company increase significantly. In today's lesson, I'm going to walk you through a proven system that I've taught to more than 2,000 founders to help launch their businesses. And I'll outline the 7 phases of turning a business idea into a revenue positive business.
If we unpack the steps necessary to launch a successful startup, we divide that process into distinct phases that build upon each other. The beginning of the process is where you choose the market you want to serve and where you validate the demand for your product or service idea. Once you've validated the demand for your opportunity, you move on to developing a prototype, also known as a minimum viable product. After you get the first version of your solution into the hands of real people and you get their feedback, then you move on to registering and launching your company, securing funding if needed, building version 1 of your product, and implementing sales and marketing so that you can get to your first paying customers. A vital part of this process is that you always keep iterating until you find first problem solution fit, then product market fit. Then, once you are growing your revenue and managing your costs efficiently, you can begin to consider scaling your business. If you study some of the world's most successful startups, you'll find that they followed this exact path. Companies like Dropbox and Zappos and Tumblr and Airbnb, Uber, and so many others. I have personally invested in dozens of companies that have started off by following this very roadmap. And I can tell you firsthand, it works. The reason why companies like the ones I just mentioned and hundreds of others were able to achieve success is because they followed a process. When you follow a process that works, you remove most of the risks inherent in starting and growing a business. This is why I'm so passionate about helping startup founders follow a proven path for starting and growing successful companies. On that note, I'm excited to open enrollment for my 100 Steps to Startup online course. This course contains the entire step-by-step methodology to help startup founders go from business idea to a revenue positive venture without relying on outside investment or even having to quit their day job. 100 Steps to Startup is a business building program I've developed based on more than 20 years of experience as an entrepreneur, an investor, a university professor, and a mentor to hundreds of startup founders around the world. This program is a self-paced online course that contains all of the lessons and exercises you'll need to take you from idea to revenue with as little risk as possible. You'll be guided through the steps you need to validate your opportunity, if you have one, or to help you come up with a new idea that people will pay for. It's easy to follow and based on the proven process we've been talking about. The program includes 100 bite-sized video lessons to guide you through every step involved in launching your new venture. It includes 80 worksheets with examples so you don't have to guess what to do next and how to do it. In fact, there are also 80 take action videos to show you exactly how to implement each step in building your dream business. I know 100 steps might seem like a lot, but they're really small steps organized into the 7 phases necessary to launch and scale your new venture. Phase 1, preparing to start up. In this phase, you develop the mentality and approach of a successful founder. Get up to speed fast on the lean approach to creating a money-making business. Be introduced to the simple tools you'll be using. Set smart goals and learn the 6 traits of a successful entrepreneur so you can get started with a solid foundation. Phase 2, finding the problem. In this phase, you find your unique business sweet spot, the intersection between the customers you're going to serve and the problems those customers need solved. Identify ideas with unmet market potential. Find early adopters, your first future customers. Run customer discovery interviews and so much more. Now, after phase 2, you can move forward with an opportunity worth building a business on. Phase 3, finding the solution. In this phase, you craft the first variation of your solution. You identify gaps in existing solutions. You sharpen your unique value proposition. You design your first offer experiment, and you test it with real potential customers, so that in the end, you get the proof that real customers are actually willing to pay for what you're building. Phase 4, creating the venture. In this phase, you create your new venture's brand and online presence. You'll register your business, build your website, check for trademarks, set up your marketing and sales channel, and so much more. Soon, you'll have the foundation you need to begin to pre-sell your product, service, or solution. Phase 5, developing the product, service, or software. In phase 5, you test your first sellable, minimum viable product. You get to map the buying process, figure out pricing, build a real MVP, and most of all, run your first sales experiment. Also, you'll have the proof that customers are buying your solution. And more importantly, you'll have feedback and access to early adopters, 2 things that you'll need to make your solution even better. Phase 6, developing the market. In this phase, you pave a profitable pathway to your best customers. Here, you will learn how to finalize your MVP, automate parts of your processes, test new sales channels, and so much more. All so you can find even more potential buyers and turn them into happy customers. Phase 7, scaling up. In this phase, you gear up to grow. Build a team, find a mentor, pitch investors, raise funding, and most importantly, celebrate your success. Congratulations, you made it. These 7 phases will serve as your roadmap for launching a successful new venture. They will help you stay focused and avoid unnecessary distractions along the way. Here are just a few testimonials from other new venture founders that have taken this course. Clear, concise, and actionable advice, says Phil Raffi, founder at Vuvo. Dr. Wise is the Dr. Phil of entrepreneurship. No matter the venture or the industry, Dr. Wise provides clear, concise, actionable advice. He literally gave us the step-by-step instructions we needed to go from idea to revenue. Fantastic mentor, deep thinker, says Jason Silver, co-founder at Partnershop. Dr. Wise has been a fantastic mentor for my business. He's an incredibly deep thinker that takes the time to understand not just what he's advising about, but also the person he is advising. I highly recommend Dr. Wise to anyone looking to have their business assessed and accelerated from all angles. Why learn from mistakes when you can learn from wise, says Andrea Romero, the founder of the Joe Fresh Innovation Fashion Zone. No one gives better, more actionable advice than Dr. Sean Wise. No matter where you are on the entrepreneurial journey, Dr. Wise's wisdom saves you time, money, and most of all, heartache. Why learn from mistakes when you can learn from wise? Hard-hitting, practical, actionable advice, says Siddharth Takara Parada, founder of Neuron Global. He gives hard-hitting, practical, actionable advice. I would recommend that any startup founder looking for clarity should call upon the wisdom of Dr. Wise. This guy knows the 100 steps to startup success. For the first time ever, I'm giving anyone that is serious about starting a business access to the same content I've taught to university students who invested thousands of dollars in tuition. If you're serious about starting a business and you'd rather follow a process that works instead of spending precious time and resources learning via trial and error, then I'd like to invite you to enroll in our 100 Steps to Startup online program. For just $297, you'll get 1 year of access to all the video lessons, worksheets, and take action videos in the course. Plus, you'll be invited to join our monthly office hours calls where you'll be able to ask me questions and get feedback on your new venture. Now, you might be asking yourself, what if this doesn't work for me? So, to help alleviate any concerns, we've included a generate revenue or your money back guarantee. Here's how it works. If you complete 100 steps to startup, watch the videos and do the exercises as instructed, and your business doesn't generate any revenue, we will refund your purchase in full. Simply email us at support@100stepstostartup.com showing us that you did the work, and we will be happy to issue your refund. In the thousands of students who've taken the course, so far, no refunds have been required. To recap, here's what you get access to when you enroll in 100 Steps to Startup online course. 100 bite-sized video lessons. More than 80 customizable, actionable worksheets for your new venture. More than 80 guided take action videos to help you along the way. You'll also get the 100 Steps to Startup visual roadmap, as well as be invited to our monthly office hour group calls.
To enroll in 100 Steps to Startup, simply click on the button below this video. That'll take you to our registration page for the program where you can review all the details and sign up to receive instant access to our course. In the meantime, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that the Startup Idea Quiz was helpful for you, and if you decide to join us at 100 Steps to Startup, then I look forward to supporting you as you start and grow your business.